SAAS officials have reached out to Encrypted for the support on software solution requirement that covers their transport operations in Saudi Arabia. The purpose of this presentation is to showcase the project scope of work on a high level, Encrypted's capabilities, and for the SAAS team to evaluate a potential project partnership for the development with Encrypted.
Saudi Ahmad for Airport Services and Transport Support, SAAS, is a leading company that specializes in mobility solutions, inside and outside airports for local and international companies, using modern eco-friendly vehicles. The company is running a successful business since 1987 together with a talented team that strives to make every trip a memorable experience for their clients. Encrypted Technologies is a leading software development company that specializes in enterprise-level software and digital transformation solutions for startups and enterprise customers globally. Encrypted is in the business since 2006, is an ISO 9001-2015 and ISO 27001-2013 standard company, and has offices and subsidiaries in India, Finland, UK and USA. It employs a team of about 250 experienced technocrats, developers and product analysts, and has worked with over 2,000 customers across 80+ countries. The company has received several international accreditations and acclamations, including the Quality Crown Award, Best B2B Software Company in Western Europe and Finland to name a few. It is affiliated with notable ecosystem players such as AWS, Google Cloud, Microsoft, GZIA, NASCOM among others. Here are some of Encrypted's recent customer projects. GEMS Education. Established as Global Education Management Systems, is the world's largest education company, with its HQ located in Dubai, UAE. Encrypted has developed an EdTech platform to bring teachers and students worldwide under one roof. The e-learning and LMS platform has virtual classrooms, live audio/video conferencing, file sharing, online collaboration and tutor-on-demand modules, to provide a holistic e-learning solution that hosts the group's over 3,000 teachers, consulting tutors and connects over 100,000 students. The entire system and server architecture, platform development, user experience, quality assurance and maintenance was undertaken by the teams at Encrypted. India Bulls Limited has a presence in areas going from financing, NBFC, real estate, construction equipment renting to infrastructure. It is ranked as the 13th largest consumer financial services worldwide. Encrypted has developed the company's real estate portal, that aims at becoming a leading buy and sell marketplace of real estate properties. Turnkey project was undertaken to provide mobile apps for the consumers, agents and a multi-tier web-based management access for the company officials. Maldives Fund Management Corporation, MFMC, is a state-owned organization in Maldives. The government body has the mandate to pursue capital market solutions for the country's commercial development. Encrypted is working with MFMC to develop the country's centralized, OTA, portal. The online travel agent portal is to provide a holistic tourism support by connecting hotels, vendors and guests. Encrypted's solutions were instrumental in powering the original versions of OYO Rooms and its booking engine. Today, OYO is a unicorn travel tech company with a strong foothold in 800+ cities across 80 countries. The proposed project is an air and land transport management platform, for transferring the passengers from the aircraft to the airport gates and the other way around. The flight details would be fetched via an API, and based on the flight details, the trip would be created. Once the trip is created, it would be assigned to one or more drivers. Once the driver completes the transfer of the passengers, the trip would then be marked as completed. The system will aim at optimizing the current manual operations through automation. The platform will also handle various analytics and reporting of the data, as well as the payments and invoices management for the trips done. The deliverables would be: 1. Mobile applications, both Android and iOS, for drivers including the punching system. 2. Web-based platform for the air and land transport management. 3. Web-based admin management console with web services API. Business and user flow, planning, roster, task allocation and reporting are included in the FRD document that we have already shared. In this presentation, we will highlight the planned mechanism for the dispatch system. flight data gets loaded into the platform based on the API provided by the ground handling services. We will then automatically pull the necessary information from this API so to avoid manual data entry by the staff. This will show all the details of the flight like STD, ETD, aircraft size, departure location, aircraft parking number, gate number for passenger pickup and drop, etc. Once the flight data is loaded in the platform, an automatic request would be sent to X number of buses for taking the trips, which would be 3 in case of a narrow body, and 6 buses in case of a wide body aircraft. This would be decided on the basis of which bus is nearest to the scheduled gate. Automation algorithm would alert the system, the dispatcher, and the driver if it notices stressed activity. The drivers in those buses will get an alert on their mobile application to either accept or reject the trip. If any bus driver rejects the request, the same request will be sent to the other bus driver which is nearby. This will happen till all the buses as per the quota have accepted the trip request. We are presenting the dispatch system user flow considering the departure of the flight. Once the driver accepts the request, he will move the bus from his location to the assigned gate for the departure. The timer would begin from the moment the driver accepts the request, and will show him the actual time being taken for completing the entire trip. Once he has reached the line, he will click on Arrive to Line button. Once the driver actually reaches the designated gate, he will click on Arrive to Gate. Upon arriving to the gate, the passengers will start moving in the bus. The driver will have to click Start Packs Loading when the loading of the passengers begin. Once the loading of the passengers is completed, the driver can then start moving towards the aircraft parking. At this point, he will have to click Released, which would signal that he has taken the passengers along with him and has left the terminal. Once the driver reaches the aircraft parking, he will click Arrive to ACFT. Upon reaching the aircraft parking, the passengers will start moving out of the bus. The driver will have to click Start Packs Offloading when the offloading of the passengers begin, and will have to click End Packs Offloading when the offloading of the passengers end. After offloading all the passengers, the driver will move back to the parking and will have to click Back to Parking upon reaching there. We can also keep an option of getting the DC signature within the mobile application itself along with a physical signature. After this process, the entire trip gets completed, and the timeline of each step would be shown to the driver on the screen. Once the trip is completed, all the records would be pushed to the server automatically from the mobile applications of the drivers. The admin, sub-admins and dispatcher would be able to view all the details on the web-based portal. Along with the auto-assignment of the drivers for a particular trip, the dispatcher can also manually assign the driver to a particular trip. The system can handle this manual process through automation based on the algorithm. Now, considering the wide-body aircraft, there would be 6 buses assigned for shifting of the passengers from the gate to the aircraft parking. These sub-trips are shown as T1 to T6 on the screen. The dispatcher can manually assign the trip to a driver by clicking on the Assign button, based on the recommendation shown by the system. The system will show the total number of online drivers, total number of drivers who are already making the trip at the moment, and the total number of available drivers who can be assigned to the trip. Along with this, the system will show the recommendation of X number of drivers along with the details like how many trips the driver has done in the day so far, how many hours has he spent on those trips, what is his current distance from the gate, in miles, in the ascending order of the number of trips. The system will also show 2 tags. Nearest, meaning which driver is the nearest to the designated gate, and preferred referring to the driver who has done the least number of trips in the day so far. If there would be more than one driver who would have done less trips, then the next parameter to consider would be the distance from the gate. The entire assignment can be made automated based on this algorithm. The admin, sub-admins, and the dispatcher will have an option to track the exact bus location. The moment the driver accepts the trip or is assigned the trip by the dispatcher, the tracking would begin. This can be seen by clicking the track link on any particular trip. There would be planned routes defined in the system, for the movement of buses from the terminal gates to the aircraft parking. These routes would be shown to the drivers on their mobile applications as well as to the admin, sub-admins and the dispatcher in their back-end portal. If any driver deviates from his planned route, there would be an alert shown to the driver on his application, as well as to the dispatcher and the admin staff in the back-end. The back-end portal will have an option to view various reports based on the date and time filters, flight numbers, destination, drivers, etc. These reports can be downloaded in Excel, CSV, or PDF formats, and can be mailed to the necessary stakeholders from the system. A scheduler will be designed to automatically mail the necessary reports at the designated day and time frequency. The payment processing as well as the invoicing will also be managed automatically on the system, though we are yet to get more details on this, which can be covered in the SRS later on. That was the high-level capture of the scope of work based on your RFP. Naturally, the project SRS, Software Requirement Specification, would be drafted after the sign-up formalities. Our team would be glad to take a call and discuss the next steps from here. We hope you enjoyed this presentation. We look forward to establishing a long-term business association with your prestigious firm. Thank you.